I've always thought about it. I've thought about multi-streaming here and there, but it's so much. For me, I don't think I would benefit that much. Maybe later. I've thought about multi-streaming RP when I'm doing that, because not all, but most of my RP friends move platforms. So I'm like, I've thought about doing that. I don't know if that's worth it. It may be, it may not be, but everyone's over there. So I'm like, I don't know. Anytime you've seen someone who streams on the green website, it's always the freakiest stuff. It's weird for me because, okay, so Kick has like multiple pockets of people, and they started finally like banning some people that were being really bad. I think they need to do more. They need to do a lot more with that, but they've been like doing more of it. So I'm keeping an eye on it. And then the thing that did move to Kick that is for me is GTA RP. So what they did was, instead of everyone streaming in the generic GTA 5 category for the game, instead they do, for each major server, it has its own category. So if you're streaming on NoPixel, which is a server I play on, you go in that category when you're streaming it. And then, you know, a long time ago, they offered some RP streamers really good contracts. And now people are just going there because they realize, look, I'm not saying I'm gonna like 100% swap my channel over there or anything like that. I'm not planning on that. I'm just saying a lot of the RP streamers moved over there because they say they make so much more money there. And that's without them having a contract. So they don't have to gamble. They don't have to, even the people with contracts aren't even really all doing the gambling thing anymore. That's kind of like gone from a lot of them, or, you know, most of them. All the RP streamers that I know, they just stream there. And that community is not so bad because they've all been there and been like moderating their channels for a while. So that community is okay. But then the moment you step outside of that community, you step outside of like the RP community and you go to like other like normal live streams, then it starts to get like weird again, you know? Then you get all the people that have been banned on Twitch that went over there like in chats, and I'm like, ooh, you know? So it's in a weird spot. Like I feel like things are getting better with it, but it has a long way to go, you know? So it's interesting. I'm keeping an eye on it, but like, you know, I'll go over there to watch a friend who's playing RP, hang out in their chat, say hi, and have a great time in their chat. And I'm like, oh, things look better. And then I go click on like a just chatting streamer over there, and I'm like, ooh, you know? It's a shame because there are these smaller communities that are hopping over there, and like within their own bubbles, they're doing fine, and the site seems nice when you're like in those communities, and then you like branch out, and you're like, ooh. It's a cool phenomenon. I'm just like keeping an eye on it, you know? So I don't know. My RP streamer friends that went over there are having a great time, but it's because that community is like in its own thing, you know? It's very interesting. So does Kick payout just for being live, or are they saying sub money is higher? You get 90% of the subs. Twitch does 50-50, and then if you're in Partner Plus, you get 70-30. Kick gives you 90%. That's number one. Number two, they pay you for chat activity. If people are chatting, instead of getting ad money from ads, you get paid for chat activity. So people are getting paid, what? Yeah. If you're part of their partner program, yep. No, you don't get paid for spam. It doesn't work. It doesn't work when people spam. It has detection for it, but like you get paid for like unique chatters, and then it does like bot detection and everything. So they say. I don't know about it. I don't know how it works. There's always that part in the back of my head that's like, is it functioning like that though? Right? But that's at least what they're doing for now. So I'm like, But that's why people are making so much. So I get after seeing that, I was like, oh, I get why. Like it's really the 90-10 split that's making like my RP friends so much money, because it's the same community. They just moved over there. They're not getting that many more subs. They're getting some more, but they're getting so much more of it. So I'm like, oh, okay. And they're making more. I don't know. Kick is the only platform that will accept your ASMR burping / political content. That's what I'm saying. Like, the RP community is having a great time, but then the moment you like step out of that, oh, that site has so much weird shit, man. Ugh, still has a long way to go. Yeah, like one of you are like, isn't it like wildly sexist and racist? It's not the whole platform. It's that which I think they're complicit. Don't get me wrong. I think they're complicit. It's just that they allowed certain people who are not allowed on Twitch anymore to be there because they're like free speech. Right? That being said, that obviously didn't go well, gave them a horrible rep. And then now they're starting to pull back. So they have been banning some people, depending on certain behaviors, or if it's like, if they think it could cause actual harm to somebody, they're like, yeah, that, right? And they're starting to get rid of that. But I feel like the damage is already done, right? Like they were the edgy Twitch for so long that like, I don't know that they can shake that image or, you know, fix that. I don't know. Like, so much would have to change, and so many people would have to go over there. Yeah, and a lot of time needs to pass before they get rid of that. I don't know, man. Yeah, a lot of you complaining about like the stake association and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've already talked about how I feel about gambling. I obviously am a big proponent of like, don't sit there and advertise it to kids and stuff. But straight up, I think if somebody is sitting there just gambling on their stream, that's just a choice. I'm not going to hate them for it. As long as they're being realistic and they're like, hey, you're likely to lose money. This is a losing game, right? As long as they're honest and they're like, I'm doing this for the entertainment aspect, knowing I'm dumping money into it and I may very well lose this. If they're being honest about it, I don't give a shit. If they're sitting there trying to say like, yo, man, get it twisted. I'll make it so much today. This is so crazy. You know, then I'm like, I don't know about that, right? It's all about who you do it, how you do it rather. Because there are some people, dude, there's some people that have taken those sponsorships to play like a game and it's slots or something, and they get up on their stream and they go, do not gamble, you will lose, it sucks, it's literally rigged, and then they get their bag and they sit there and play slots for an hour. I don't hate them for that. You know, when someone does that, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like I said, as long as they're honest about it, I'm not going to vilify them for it. Just don't be dishonest, dog. Then I'm like, that's good for you. Because then that money from those places is going to somebody at least. Like it's going to some streamer. It's not going in some billionaire's pocket again, you know? So I'm like, hey, at least you can suck some of the money out of that system. Right? Yeah, every time you'd look at Buddha and playing slots, it was just him and Saeed podcasting. Yeah, he was doing it because it was a contractual obligation, and he would just podcast, and he would not really say too much about what was going on the screen. It was literally like, it was audio only. You could close off the video of the stream and just watch like the chat and hear him talking, and that was the whole stream. And I was like, yeah, that's the way to do it.